Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. We are talking about Geralds Game. This is not something that was on my radar at all. I literally just happened to be flicking Netflix on, and they played a trailer, and the trailer caught my eye, and then I decided to watch this film. I thought it was a TV series for a start, so I'd got half an hour to kill. I put it on, realised it was a film, watched half an hour, paused it, came back to it. This is going to be full of spoilers. I'll stop here and tell you this is going to be full of spoilers. All of these Let's Talk Abouts will be full of spoilers if you don't know that already, just in case you haven't seen it. If you want to know what I think before I spoil it before you watch it, I'd recommend watching this. I thought it was a really good watch. It was really interesting. I didn't realise it was Stevie. I didn't realise it was a Stephen King adaptation, is what I was trying to say there, until after I'd watched it. But I thought it was really interesting. It was a really good film. I'd recommend you watch it. Now we'll head into spoilery bits, just in case this spoils anything. If you want to go into this completely blind like I did, then I don't want to talk about it. But here we go. The only thing I knew about this when it's from the trailer before I watched the film was it was an old couple, not elderly, but an older couple trying to spark their romantic relationship back into gear, and their sexual relationship back into gear, I suppose, by doing a weekend away and using handcuffs, let's say. I was going to say using toys, but that sounds awful, and it wasn't that at all. He changes to the bed and then has a heart attack, probably caused by the fact he was using Viagra at the time, and he dies. She completely loses her mind in this, and the acting in this is absolutely phenomenal. Everyone pulls their socks up and pulls out one of the best performances ever from any of them, I think. I've got a feeling, and I'm not 100% sure, I was meant to Google this before I did this review, I'm sure this is the mum from Spy Kids. I might put a little annotation to say yes or no it is, yes it is or no it isn't, about this. I'm sure this is the mum from Spy Kids for some reason, and I've never seen her do anything but Spy Kids. That's the generation I grew up in, if you're wondering. That's how I know that. And she was amazing in this. She was such a good actress. Everyone puts in a stellar performance in this. Watching her slowly lose her mind. The flashback scenes were really gripping and really interesting to watch. To see how she got to this point in her life. Watching her negotiate with her dead husband and herself as an angel and devil sort of thing on her shoulders, was really interesting to see. And it felt accurate. It felt really real. It felt like this is how people would cope with this situation, which I really enjoyed about the film. I was like, this feels real. This feels like it's actually happened to someone before. I liked the whole, she felt sorry for what looked like a stray dog, so she fed him steak, and then he came back to start eating her husband, which sent her that's what sent her into this spiral of madness. I found that really interesting. The death character, that was really interesting. There's a scene where she's having a flashback and she comes back into the real world, and she thought the dog was licking her toe, but it wasn't, it was him. Don't know if that was really happening, or if that was just her mind going crazy on her. And bits like that I really enjoyed. I didn't know if her mind was going so crazy that we were seeing it, or if it was actually real. It was hard to differentiate from both. It was hard to pick bits that you knew were real and what she thought were real, until obviously the ending where they show you what is real and what isn't real. But the psychological things like that also made me question things in the film. Brilliant. I absolutely loved that. I'm not a huge horror fan, so for me to have enjoyed this was really interesting for me. I didn't like the one thing, and it's not a negative on the film, it's just something I didn't enjoy, was when she slit her wrist to get out of the handcuffs, she cut down her palm too, and I was like, well, that's an interesting decision, I don't know why you did that. And then her skin starts like coming off, so you can see her bones underneath, and I was like, this is disgusting. Like, I don't know how necessary it was to see that, like, I'm cringing thinking about it now. But it was like, it was a really cool detail, I suppose, to see, and then to see her hand over a wedding ring to the what she thought was just moonlight, just moonlight playing a trick on her. That then they never found the ring, and then you found out why. Just really cool, interesting stuff. Considering I went into this completely blind, didn't know what to expect, I loved this film. I don't want to say too much more about it. I've pretty much told you everything, but I don't want to tell you everything about it because there are some little surprises here and there in the film that I thought were really cool. I didn't expect anything and I loved it. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at there, pretty much. I don't know what else to say. I'd recommend watching this for definite if you have not seen it already. If you have seen it, watch it again. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about showing it to people that might enjoy the film, like sitting and watching it with them. Usually I'll recommend a film to someone and then leave them to watch it. I might sit and rewatch this with them. But yeah, I enjoyed the film. I hope you enjoyed the film. Let me know what you thought about it below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again in the next one.